Hello everyone and welcome back to Hoshizora no Memoria. Let's continue. Ototsu Yume sits on her bed motionlessly. Her hands on her lap, head down and chewing on her lips, she remains still as she tries to control her emotions. In truth, she wanted to stare outside through the window. She wanted to perform her daily routine before bed, staring at the boundary line disappear over the horizon of the sea. She wanted to send her feelings off into the sea of stars. But she couldn't. She doesn't have the strength to stand. Her bad health became apparent soon after she returned from the lookout. She managed to descend Yume Misaka by herself. After feeling a sense of accomplishment, she called a taxi the rest of the way. She spent the entire afternoon asleep in bed. Her body felt hot, her head hurt, and she didn't have an appetite for dinner. The nurse who came to check up on her gave her extra medicine, but that didn't help. I probably went overboard. Just desserts for not listening to the doctor. The saying, "third time lucky," might have some weight to it after all. She has a hard time just staying awake. The drowsiness was worse than the agony. She couldn't bring herself to sleep. She's scared. She dreaded being unable to open her eyes after closing them. Cold sweat emerges on her forehead. Her legs tremble. She's unable to stand, unable to set foot on the ground. Nor is she able to abandon herself to sleep. And thus she can only endure this. Seeking help from no one. She is fighting alone to protect her consciousness, keep the fire of life ignited. Fighting her illness with that wish she made on that day alone. When she looks up, she finds standing there a girl she had met once. Her method of entrance was the same as last time. You can't help but think she appeared out of nowhere. She calls out in a desperate voice. Yume is unable to make sense of what she's saying. What Mare said wasn't wrong, but it was just a metaphor. But there is no other way of expressing it. So she uses the term Mare coined.
結局松葉杖が折れたら患者さんは倒れてしまう。その松葉杖はとても脆いから、患者さんが一人で立てるようになるまでは全然持たない。助けてあげることはできないの。だからお願い、ヨウくんのことを好きな君だから託せるんだよ。あなたはまだ願っているの、ヨウくんに自分のことを忘れてほしいって願っているの。うん、願ってるよ。昔も今も変わらずに。この願い事はどんなことがあっても変わることがないんだよ。変わってしまう何もかもの中で唯一変わらない私の永遠なんだよ。ヨウくん、ついに明日だね。引っ越し明日だね。
Yeah.
私見送りに行くね。
Sure.
夕方に駅から電車に乗るんだよね。
Yep.
明日駅に見送りに行くからね。
Sure.
絶対に行くからね。
お姉ちゃん。
何？
Can you tell me how to contact you? I can call you or send you letters once I move to the city. So can you please tell me your contact details?
ごめんね。それはね、できないの。
Why not?
ヨウくんにはまだ早いからだよ。それに私にも
What am I not ready for?
まだ教えてあげられない。
When are you going to tell me?
ヨウくんが大人になったら、大人になって成長したら、成長して強くなったら私も強くなるから。私はそうなりたいから。だから私たちがそうなったら教えてあげるよ。
Is that a promise?
再会の約束。
Will we have become adults by then? Will we have become stronger?
それは約束できない。それだけは確約できない。だってそれはお願い事だから。星の神様に聞いてもらって、織姫と彦星にお願いして、そして私が叶える夢だから。
It was silent around us. So silent I wanted someone to make some noise. Maybe I felt insecure, maybe I felt lonely, but I held the mobile phone in my pocket tightly. My phone has been switched off since my visit yesterday. Since I skipped school today, I might have received a message or two, but I don't feel like checking. Quiet, not a soul in sight. I wanted to hear someone's voice. Otherwise I'd fall in reminiscence like just then. On that day, on Tanabata, we swore to reunite, remembering that heals me, and realizing reality only serves to hurt me. In the end, she didn't come see me off on the day I moved. I continued waiting in front of the station. I didn't have a mobile phone like I do now. I looked around restlessly for her. However, she never turned up even when it was time for our departure. I felt betrayed back then. That's when the sky lit up. Instead of Yume, I saw a shooting star. The shooting star from 7 years ago. It shined ever so brightly. It encouraged me to remember her, giving me determination to reunite with her.
ヨウくん。
She's facing me directly. I don't know when she arrived as I was on the floor and had my head down with a dejected look the whole time. That took a while. I've been waiting.
嘘つき。
Why?
ヨウくん、一人でいたいからここにいたんじゃないの。家に帰らないで ずっとここにいたんじゃないの？
You were watching?
うん。
I got completely rejected. That was pathetic of me. I stand up after taking a deep sigh. Mare doesn't look at me and still has her head down. I don't know how I should face Yume anymore. I don't know how I should be visiting her.
それなら簡単。
She finally looks at me. Looks at me head on.
行かなければいい。お見舞い。行かなければいい。二度と会わなければいい。
She raises her scythe overhead. The sharp tip reflects the blindingly bright starlight. I stare at it as if still daydreaming.
ようくんは彼女のことを忘れればいい。
With a flash of silver, the scythe comes in my direction. And still, I simply stood there daydreaming.
そしてまた最初からやり直せばいい。
I feel warm light in my chest.
これでもう思い悩むことはない。ようくんが悲しむことはない。
The light slowly starts spreading. The light that builds up within me gets absorbed, combining with me to form one. The vortex of liberation. One soul, just like the stars overhead in the night sky. Contained within those stars are people's precious feelings. Mare draws those feelings into her own body, cleanses them, and sends them off. Tears flow slowly down her cheeks.
これで彼女との約束は果たした。ようくんとの約束はもう果たしてある。だから約束はおしまい。私の役目は終わる。私も帰ることになる。私が結んだ絆は途切れる。ようくんとさよならする。ありがとう。私と友達になってくれて。ありがとう。あなたのおかげで私は一人でいなくなることはない。あなたに見送られていなくなることができる。こうしてバイバイできるんだよ。
So, Mare made Yo forget about Yuma again? But this time, it seems she didn't just make him forget Yuma's name, but her entire existence, huh? Wait, did they just say 1 year and 3 months later? Holy shit! The wind blowing through the lookout was stronger than one's feelings. The storm that leads to spring, perhaps? It was warm, unlike winter breezes, so I didn't mind. In fact, it might be perfect for this body of mine, which has been sitting around all day. I dropped by after Hibariko's graduation ceremony. No one, just the sound of the rustling vegetation. I haven't seen Mare since then. On that day, she said she was going back. After reaping my nightmare, she bid farewell to me. Why did she have to go to such lengths? Why did she have to reap my nightmare in the first place? What was the nightmare she severed? I still hadn't remembered. Perhaps it was something important, perhaps something irreplaceable. I still haven't found the answer, and there was no one to tell me. I let the strong spring wind pass through my empty heart. Time to go, I guess. This is probably farewell to the lookout. The lookout is still off limits, and I have no business climbing up Yume Misaka now that I've graduated. My friends should still be gathered in front of the school gates, commemorating photos, I would presume. I told them I had something to take care of and left early. I guess I'll go join them. I came here in search for something to fill my hollow heart. I recall someone had once told me that I wasn't ready. Then when? When will I finally grab a hold? When will I be able to hold onto that one irreplaceable person?
ごめんね。待った？
A girl stands there. It seems that she had only just arrived.
ようくん
She calls out my name. In that case, she might have been someone I knew. But I don't know her.
この場所に桜はないね。スプリングエフェメラルはないんだね。終わったようで終わらないんだね。変わったようでいて変わりはしないんだね。変わってしまう何もかもの中で変わらないものだって確かにある。ずっといつまでもそこにある。
Who is this girl in front of me? She smiles lonelily, perhaps seeing the puzzled expression on my face.
私はね、おとつ夢っていうの。
Why? Why does my chest hurt upon hearing her name? My hollow heart aches. What is this feeling? I don't know, but it's a strong emotion. So strong that my past self is screaming out at me.
ありがとう、ようくん、ありがとう。死神さん、君と再会できて嬉しかった。また出会えるともっと嬉しい。私と遊びたくなったらいつでも言ってね。私は君と一緒にいるのが好きだから、きっといつまでも変わらずに。私は君が好きだから。
She leaves. I wasn't able to chase after her. Perhaps because I had a feeling that I'll run into her again. We'll meet again. That would definitely be a blessing. That's why I can't see the other girl anymore. I can no longer meet the girl who helped us. That was most unfortunate. Equal exchange. If something is to be born, something must also be lost. The law of conservation of mass. That's the principle that had been thrust upon me. I feel a hint of nausea. This dizziness that doesn't make any sense.
これでいいの？
I don't know. Whose voice was that?
あなたは納得できる？あなたは幸せ？
I don't know. But there's one thing I'm certain of. It's not enough. There's someone I've parted with. There's a girl I should have protected, but was unable to. Yuma is over there. But Mare isn't here.
守りたい？
Yeah,
守れるの？
yeah,
だけどあなたは守れていない。
that's right. I couldn't reach her with my power.
それはあなたの罪じゃない。それはあなたが弱いってことじゃない。
I won't give up. I don't want to give up. It's not about choosing one of the two. It's not about throwing one away.
だけどそれはとても欲張りなこと。
While that may be true, that doesn't mean I should give up. Giving up will lead me nowhere.
じゃあどうするの？
I can't do it with my power. I can't reach them by myself. Not admitting to it was my weakness. That's why. Please lend me strength. Please help me. I want your help, Mom. Oh, so it was his mother's voice?
あなたのことを助けてあげる。あなたの力になってあげる。あなたが私を頼ってくれるのなら初めて甘えてくれたから。だからあなたはがむしゃらになっていい。後ろを振り返るにはまだ早い。あなたは欲張っていい。あなたの力は一つじゃないから。あなたの幸せは一人のものじゃないから。あなたの笑顔が私の幸せ。あなたの幸せがみんなの幸せ。たとえ前だけを見つめていたって後ろを支えてくれる人に気づかなくたって私たちは満ち足りる。それが家族だから。 私の叶えたかった夢だから。あなたを家族の光が届く地へ運んであげる。これは
どうした？
今大きな光を感じました。とても温かい、まるで家族みたいな。家族なんて忘れていますけど。
俺が家族だ、そう言ったろ。
どうせ気休めです。
ずっと一緒だ。誓っただろ。
頭の出る大河君は嫌いです。大体大河君にはもう家族がいるじゃないですか。
そうかもな。霞にも子供たちにも何もしてやれなかった俺だけどな。
それなら私が代わりに見守っていたじゃないですか。
あ、だからお前も家族の一員だ。今度は何だ？
流れ星。
どこだ？
消えてしまいました。
そうか。
お願い事言うの忘れました。
何を願いたかったんだ？
内緒です。
そうか。
お願い事残念です。
また見えるさ。流れ星はもう一度流れるさ。
That's right. That's why Kugasaka Kasumi made a wish. Her wish was for her family. With Taiga's child and Chihiro's child. Kugasaka Yo and Kugasaka Chinami. Her beloved son and daughter. Will they remain cheerful? Will they continue smiling? Sorry. Sorry for not being able to be with you two. Now, and everything up till now, has caused you two to feel lonely. I've left only sad memories. It's all my fault. All because of my self-righteousness.
姉さん、そこにいるんですか？姉さん。ずっと気がかりだった。ずっと心残りだった。私はあの子に嫌われているんじゃないかって。あの子、ようちゃんのこと？家事をよく手伝ってくれた。幼かったちなみの面倒をよく見てくれた。嫌な顔一つしなかった。わがままを言わなかった。私を困らせることは何一つしなかった。そうやっていつも我慢ばかりさせていた。ようちゃんは昔から我慢をする子だったから。ようにはいつだって無理をさせてきた。だからかもしれない。ようは私たちの前では笑顔を見せても、家族の前では笑っていても、外では笑わなくなった。海水浴に誘ってもついてくることはなかった。夏祭りに誘ってもついてくることはなかった。だから思った。分かったの。私が見ているようの笑顔は本当の笑顔じゃないんだって。ただ無理をしていただけだって。笑顔の仮面だったって。いいえ、姉さんが見ていた笑顔は本当の笑顔だったと思います。だってようちゃんはあなたが好きだった。あなたの息子はあなたが母親で幸せだった。当たり前なのに、そんなの当たり前のことなのに。私も何度も言っていると思いますよ。ようちゃんが姉さんを頼らなかったこと。それは姉さん一人のせいにはならないこと。 一方だけじゃない、両方が歩み寄らないといけないから、それが家族だと思いますから。なのに姉さんはいつも自分だけを責めてばかり、子供を叱らないで自分が悪いんだってそう考えてばかり。本当に姉さんは親バカなんだから。頑張ったね、ヨウくん。
I was crying, drowning myself in the endless tears.
大変だったね、ヨウくん。辛かったよね、ヨウくん。もう泣いてもいいからね。我慢しなくていいからね。私が許すから。我慢しなくていいって私が許すから。
Acting tough, never relying on anyone, never asking to be spoiled. And before I knew it, I had forgotten how to cry. I finally knew. I finally understood that there are times when I should rely on others. And that's why I'm here. I've arrived.
私はヨウくんの恋人じゃないから唇にはできないけど、だけどここにはできるんだよ。
She kisses my forehead. Once from Yume when she was young, once from Mare who looks like her, and once tonight from Yume now all grown up. In that case, this kiss, how many times would this kiss make? I've never paid attention to others, always brushing off anyone who extends their hand towards me, never grabbing on, always giving up on the opportunity to rely on others. In that case, seize it. Don't miss it. Never let go again. Wait, December 3rd? Is it still a flashback?
こんにちは、ユメさん。学校帰りにお見舞いに来ましたよ。病院だから静かにお邪魔します。
That's not quietly. I have a déjà vu.
挨拶がすでにうるさい。大所帯で押しかけてごめんなさいね。
だけど病室にはなんとか入りきれそうだね。
That's how it is, Yume. Everyone from the Tenkuru is here to visit you. Well, my idiot of a sister is an exception. Did we just jump back in time? Why is that? You know, I'm starting to wonder if this is how it is supposed to be. Because we had this scene already, and we didn't get any new lines yet, if I remember correctly. So what I will do is I'll skip a little bit forward until something new happens. And then I'll be back. So I'll see you in a second.
ねえ、ヨウくん、あの星、十字架に見える。
That's the northern cross of Kygnos. It happens that during this season, Kygnos' beak pierces the horizon, so it looks like a cross.
白鳥座って三角形を作るのよね。
You're talking about Kygnos' star, Deneb, right? It forms the summer triangle with Orihime and Hikoboshi.
じゃあ、そのデネブって星は織姫と彦星のご近所さんになるのね。
I don't remember these lines, so this might be new. You make it sound as if they know each other.
知り合いかもしれない。バカバカな子だったけど。
I'm not quite following you. Who are you talking about?
カー君の仇、とってもバカバカ。
She seems angry for some reason. Speaking of which, you can see the Southern Cross if you are on the other side of the world.
地球の反対。
It would be nice if I saved up money from my job to go on a trip.
私は無理。ここから遠出はできないから。
I see, that's a shame.
残念でもしょうがないから。
But can you travel to nearby places?
ある程度なら。
The next town?
それくらいならなんとか。
Want to visit Yume? Everyone from the Tenkaido visited her today. You can come if you like next time. I heard from Yuma that you visited her by yourself.
様子を見に行っただけ。
That's what they call a visit.
そう。
Yep. We look up at the clear starry sky. The Northern Cross tells us that we are approaching Christmas. Mary, do you know what Christmas is?
それくらい知ってるわ。一般常識じゃない。
I guess everyone celebrates it by eating cake and stuff.
誕生日みたいによね。
Speaking of which, it was my birthday yesterday.
そうなの。
Yeah, we had a small celebration at home. Getting Chinami to stop making dinner was a pain.
私、ようくんの誕生日知らなかった。
I haven't told anyone since coming back to Hibarigasaki. So you're the first one I've told this to.
夢って子は
Good point, but I knew her from back
言
then.
ってないんだ。
I told her yesterday.
じゃあ、私が初めてじゃない。
I meant you're the first one out of those I've met since returning here.
それも違うのに。
She's gotten displeased.
夢って子からお祝いしてもらったの。
She asks that in a grumpy tone. In a way, yes.
プレゼントもらった？
In a way, yes. The ticket to getting spoiled by her. I suddenly remember. Do you know what day it is tomorrow?
知ってるわ。
Really?
うん。
Tomorrow isn't a public holiday, so I'd be surprised if anyone cared about it.
気にするほど大切な日でもないし。
That's probably true for most people.
うん。
Although they probably still hang wish cards in primary schools.
短冊？ケーキじゃなくて
Your family celebrates Tanabata by having cake?
七夕？
Tomorrow's Tanabata, isn't it? We had such a conversation back then. She said she celebrated Tanabata by having cake. Could your birthday possibly be on the 7th of July?
え？
Is your birthday on Tanabata?
お、
You said you celebrated with cake before.
そうなのかもしれない。私のふるさとは七夕だから。
She gazes up at the night sky, absent from the flickering of Orihime and Hikoboshi. Hey, Mare,
何？
have you recovered your memories? She turns her eyes towards me and slowly moves closer.
そうじゃなくて、
I thought that's what you wanted.
誕生日プレゼント何がいいかなって。一日遅れだけどお祝いしてあげようかなって。
Are you going to give me something?
しょうがないからくれてあげる。
In that case, let me rub your head. You're already doing it.
よくもうしてる。
Let me continue rubbing it like this.
それおかしい。私が変な気持ちになるだけだし。
That's enough for me.
私が十分じゃない。私もようくんを変な気持ちにさせたい。
That's easier said than done. What will you do? She hesitates for a moment.
こうする。ようくんにこれあげる。
She stands on her toes and kisses me. She has her head downcast when our lips part.
どう？
She takes a quick, anxious glance at me. That did feel weird. It feels wrong. Perhaps because of her childish body, and perhaps because she isn't my girlfriend. Although this isn't my first kiss with her. Thanks for the gift.
まだ。
She raises her head and stares at me. Her cheeks were flushed. However, her gaze doesn't falter. The mood becomes serious as she stares at me straight on.
まだ終わりじゃない。キスは前にもしたし、だからようくんにもっとしてあげたい。
What are you talking about? Whoa! What's going on here? Anyway, I have the feeling I should cut here, so I'll see you in a second. Okay, I'm back and nothing really sexual happened there actually. He was just like, put your clothes on, and she was like, no. And then he was like, put your clothes on, and she was like, no. And there was a little bit of back and forth like that. And then he embraced her because he was thankful that she would go to such lengths for him, and now he just leaves. The date was about to change by the time I went home. And in the living room was Aunt Shino waiting to inform me. She tells me that the hospital Yuma is staying had a message. A message? What kind of message? Let's find out next time on Hoshizora no Memoria. But before I end the episode, let's recap what happened this episode, because to be honest, I'm a little bit confused. So what happened? First of all, Mare reaped Yo's nightmare again, but this time he didn't just forget about Yume's name, he actually lost all his memories that have something to do with her. Then we skipped to 1 year and 3 months later, and Yo met Yume at the lookout, but of course he didn't recognize her because he lost his memories about her. Then he suddenly started talking to the spirit, I guess, of his dead mother Kasumi, and after a few more scenes with Taiga and Ren and Shino talking to Kasumi, we suddenly jumped back to the scene where Yume embraced Yo and he started crying. First I thought it's just a flashback of some sort, but then it went on to the scene where everyone was visiting Yume in the hospital, and that's where I thought, did we just jump back in time? But how did that happen? It's not a bug or something, because after the scene in the hospital, we got a new scene at the lookout with Mare, so it definitely was supposed to happen. Wait a minute. Didn't Yo ask his mother Kasumi for help when he was talking to her? Could it be that Kasumi is responsible for the jump back in time? If so, then holy shit. She gained quite the ability after death. Well, anyway, maybe we learn more about all of this next time on Hoshizora no Memoria. Thanks for watching everyone, and have a nice day. Bye bye.